Good Monday afternoon. How are you doing? So we are here on a new Simplicity Series pond job. 10 by 14 pond with an 8-foot stream. This pond is perfect if you're looking for a koi pond without breaking the bank. Beautiful new day, Monday morning, road trip, time to go to put a new pond in.
Ben knows the plan.
Ben knows the plan. That's all I know. This is our hardware, we got a lot of, locked and loaded. Let's roll! I didn't know Pennsylvania had dirt roads in this neck of the woods. Let's go see what we got, shall we? Me sees a drawing synced up that shows a pavilion with some lines painted on the ground back here. Let's get a tape measure and a paint can. Are you getting a paint can? Oh, yes you are! Oh my goodness, Dustin. Did you ride in here the whole way down?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my goodness. Did you have a sleeping bag curled up somewhere in there, or?
No.
Okay, okay. I see some painted marks here. So this is gonna be pretty epic. We're gonna have a beautiful, simple little Simplicity Series pond right up against the pavilion area there, and it'll be viewable from these windows right here. So perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's get going. So we are about we're about 3/4 done with the pond here, and then we got the stream to do up there tomorrow where that mound is. And what we did here is we got pretty much all the rock work done, and we just foamed in this first waterfall right here. You can see the foam, it's still sticky, and I was pressing some moss into some of these crevices. Ben and Dustin are working on some edge work over there, so I'm gonna grab the laser, help them get some edge work done, and the goal is today to get this pond A+ wrapped up, and then we'll get to the stream tomorrow. Okay, so we have a little bit of a challenge to overcome here. We have the overflow. Here's the skimmer box with the pump already in it. And this is our overflow outlet right here. But we have concrete there, concrete here, and it goes uphill that way. So it's like, where can we get rid of this water? Well, about our best option, and what we do sometimes when we get into really tight corners like this, is we'll just do a gravel pit and run the pipe into that gravel pit and let the water seep through the ground. But a couple rules when you do that. Can't be on a water feature that's too big. This is a small water feature, so I'm deeming it still safe to do so. And you don't want to do it right up against the back of the pond liner, because then it'll be really easy for that water just to go shoo, right through underneath the pond liner and create water pressure underneath the liner, and that is not good. So I'm gonna dig a hole as far away from the liner as I can, probably about 3 feet deep. 3 feet away from the skimmer, and that'll have 3 feet of dirt between the liner and this outlet, and it'll should just drain away and out. So that's how we're gonna solve that. Are you trying to make that thing make noise while I'm recording?
No, just checking the water level.
That's what I thought. What are you, Dustin, a Viking?
I have no idea.
What is this? An aqua cape? This is so not cool. Oh, there you go.
Cool, not cool. I'm gonna pick not.
Good morning, beautiful. So, pond is 90% done. It is day 2 of this 10 by 14 Simplicity Series pond build, and we have the first boulder strapped up to begin working our way back up this stream. Check it out over here. This right here is the frame rocks for our first waterfall coming into the pond. It's a little bit of a unique waterfall. Not really the style I've built a ton of, but I kind of like how this is coming together. This is what's fun about building waterfalls. You know, when you have, you're confined to the selection of rock that came with the job. was like, okay, what can I do to make this look the absolute best possible? So what we did is I chose this as one frame rock, chose this as another one, and this one's kind of like a kicker rock. What I mean by that is the water's gonna spill over this edge, over the top of these two boulders. It's gonna pull up in there, and this rock's gonna kick it to the side. I don't know, I guess you could say this is my new fad. I like these little kicker rocks, and I also like keeping the pools behind the falls and stuff as deep as possible. When they're deep, you kind of get some cool sounds, and it looks more natural, I think, as opposed to having this, you know, level 4 gravel. It wouldn't look quite as cool. But you know how you go in nature and look at streams in the wild, and you see these boulders kind of crash into place, water falling over them, and deep pockets in between them and stuff. So that's kind of the look I'm going for here. So next, now that we have these two frame rocks in place, we need to get something else behind it. Something that Ben and I have been doing a lot of lately is like paying attention to the rocks behind the waterfall and in front of the waterfall. This rock in front of the waterfall, which is kicking to the side, and then the rock behind the waterfall also, I think, is equally as important as the frame rocks in making a good looking waterfall. So what I mean by that is, instead of just lining this whole shelf edge with football sized rocks, I'm going to intentionally place a rock directly behind this waterfall so that we kind of get that lateral motion, and the water is, like, you know, kicked and forced over, coming around the point of this rock, falling over into here. So anyway, I'll stop talking and try to demonstrate what I'm talking about here. So, okay, down. One thing that's helpful is if your boulder is strapped up level. Benefit here. Beautiful. I think I'm gonna remove the rest of it and place by hand. So now, prop it up a little bit with a thinner rock right here. I want this rock to be at least as high as the frame rock. Something like that. There we go. There. Liking how that's looking. Now, because the direction of this waterfall is facing that way, direction of water is going to be going like this. Now, this rock is right behind this, which means the water's going to be coming from here. It's going to be coming around this point right here, which means the water's going to do this, come into here, turn, fall over that, pull up, turn, and kick over that side, which makes for some really interesting action. But anyway, takeaway from this is my two frame rocks right here, and the rock behind the frame rocks and the rock in front of the waterfall, I think, are just as important as the frame rocks to the good looking waterfall. Comes Sasquatch. That is exactly what we needed. Right here in this spot, we need something to hide this liner here and provide some retainage without it being a whole bunch of other rocks, and a stump is often perfect for that. So that's what we're gonna do. Just finished foaming off these waterfalls up here. Time for the last finishing touches. Gonna do the edge work, go there along that edge, put some gravel in, get the aquatics in, start washing it down. Wider by lunch. What time is it? 11:26. That's perfect. Graveled in, edge work done. It's time to rinse this and put in the aquatic plants. Okay, take two. It wasn't recording on take one. So, we officially have the pond done. It is filling up. Dustin is over there raking things off. We are going to be planting those plants in the mound around the waterfall here while this thing is filling up. And Dustin over here, I told him to go get me a can of paint so I could paint out a line for this bed edge on this new landscape bed. And he was completely like, no, he doesn't even need one. I was like, whatever. If you screw it up, you have to buy me a Gatorade. Buy me a Gatorade?
No, did I screw it up?
Okay, I guess he did a pretty good job. So, anyway, in about an hour, be plugging this thing in. We're gonna be working on beautifying this area with those plants. Ready to plug it in about an hour, Anna?
Yeah.
All right, check back with us then. All right, you ready to plug this in?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's not gonna work.
Wanted one for 15 years.
And I finally got one.
Well, what do you think?
Love it.
What's your favorite thing about it?
That waterfall.
Really? Which one?
I just love that whole part.
The whole
of it.
thing? I'm going to show Anna right here. Pretty much the only thing that we need to do to take care of this thing is pretty much all around this area. So this is your automatic dosing system. And what this is basically just like an IV bag with a treatment in it.
Okay.
And it'll last about 4 to 6 weeks in a pond this size, which is about 750 gallons. And then inside here is the skimmer box, the automatic fill valve. This is your overflow right here. Like the water, if a thunderstorm would fill this thing full, it would flow out this hole and out into the yard. Okay. This is your pump check valve, which you can unthread by hand. You can actually flip this thing shut, the weir flap, and the pump will suck it down. But this is your weir basket that catches your debris. And every week to 2 weeks you might want to check it, just clean everything out. You can also close this lid and remove any of this debris that's in here. And when you're done, just knock it out, put it back in, open that lid, and you're back in business.